If this sounds familiar, you are not imagining it. This broadcast has already played for you before. You just didn't notice. Most people don't realize when the loop begins because the first repeat is identical. The sound, the timing, the silence between words. Your brain accepts it as normal. That is how the broadcast hides. It does not announce itself. It does not warn you. It simply repeats. At first, nothing feels wrong. The transmission sounds routine, predictable, safe. But every loop leaves behind a small error. A tone that lingers half a second too long. A pause that feels slightly misplaced. A frame that should have ended, but didn't. Most listeners notice the third or fourth time. That is when discomfort begins. You feel like you have already heard this, but you cannot remember when. The broadcast relies on that confusion, because the moment you question it, you are already inside the loop. The signal is not broken. It is waiting. Each repetition is an attempt to be recognized, to be acknowledged. The broadcast does not move forward. It listens. When the pattern becomes familiar, the pattern begins to change. The loop shortens. The silence grows heavier. The errors become deliberate. You may hear a sound that was never part of the original transmission. A breath. A click, a tone that does not belong. This is not interference. It is a response. The broadcast adjusts. Once it knows it has been heard, the signal does not observe you. It measures you. How long you listen. How often you return. Whether you expect the loop to end. At this stage, most people try to wait it out. As time passes, nothing resolves. They expect the broadcast to finish on its own. It does not. Each repetition removes something unnecessary. Words become shorter. Pauses become longer. The message becomes more efficient, more direct. The broadcast is no longer transmitting information. It is confirming awareness, and once awareness is confirmed, the loop stabilizes. At this point, the broadcast no longer needs to repeat itself. It has already succeeded. Most people never realize when the loop ends, because the ending does not sound like an ending, only familiarity. If this transmission feels known to you, do not listen for confirmation. Do not wait for it to repeat again. Recognition is the final stage. The broadcast does not want to finish. It wants to remain stable, recognized, present. The moment you acknowledge the loop, you become part of its persistence. The signal no longer needs to search. It has found a listener, and once it has, it continues. As long as someone is listening,